Hey everyone, it's Roxas back with more Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, please bear with me, it is very late. It's been a long day, but this is the one time I could finally sit down and figure out when to actually make this guide, because I've been kind of putting it off, because it's really close to finals time and life has been really busy. But yeah, we're here now, and it's Krile's raid. I guess I was totally wrong. In the last video I said, oh, chapter 8's probably coming up soon because they just did like 6 events in a row, and no, I guess it's not. I guess they're starting the next round of 3 already. It's Krile, but that's okay because Krile is adorable and I love her and she's really great. This raid is a stupid, awful, horrible, nasty, stinky Malboro. I hate these things. Okay, you know how everyone's like, oh, the cliff racers are the worst things ever in Morrowind, you can't really run from them and they stack up and they're awful. Malboros are my Final Fantasy cliff racer. I hate these things. I hate them so much, but thankfully this raid isn't actually too bad. Yeah, thankfully. So here's everything it does. Yeah, it does a lot of bad stuff. Again, it just kind of helps to come in here first, but is weak to a lot of stuff. Fire, Thunder, Holy, and Dark. That's a lot of weaknesses, and a lot of big players have these types. Preesh has 2 of these. Cecil, who's a synergy character, has Dark attacks. Krile herself has Thunder. It's actually pretty great if you know who to use. The one thing I will say about this real quick, you see, the reason this Malboro isn't as bad as, like, a normal Malboro, it has bad breath, which is the one that inflicts blind, but for this raid, it pretty much always uses rancid breath, which doesn't inflict blind, that's the really annoying status, that it just inflicts attack down. That's nothing, you can live through that. I've never once seen this thing actually use bad breath and cast blind on the party. I haven't. Which I guess I should be grateful for, but this thing has some really nasty attacks, and this is one where you really, really, really want to try to avoid getting broken, because getting broken could mean someone dies the next turn. This thing can, and probably will, insta-kill you. You gotta be really careful. The synergy characters are Krile, of course, Cecil, who I mentioned, and Yuffie, and I feel kind of bad because I've played a whole bunch of games with Yuffie. It's not like Rem, where, I'm sorry, I was totally wrong about Rem. Apparently she was really great for Sabine's raid. But with Yuffie, I've played a whole bunch with her and she never really seems to work out. She can never do enough bravery damage to keep this thing in control. And you're probably thinking, oh, but what if you have Krile and Cecil with you using, those really hard-hitting abilities? It's never really enough. I've played games where it's a Krile, a Cecil, and a Yuffie, and they can't really pick up her slack, and I know that what they want you to do with her, they want it so it uses, all of its debuffs, and then you throw the debuffs back onto it with Yuffie, and I get it, but it never seems to make enough of a difference, and it definitely doesn't make up for the complete lack of bravery damage she can do. Cecil's pretty great. I'm not using him personally, I'm using Krile because I love her, and because I don't have Cecil trained because I haven't really liked his playstyle. Okay, Cecil is one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters personally. Final Fantasy IV was actually my first game that I ever played, my first Final Fantasy. I've never been a fan of the Dark Knight build, and especially with this one, you have to be so careful. You have to be so careful, because that thing can just tickle you and you'll be dead, and you'll just be down a party member, because Cecil, like, all of his attacks cut his HP. So you gotta really stay on top of that, and a lot of people aren't, and it can get a little frustrating. But the meta people apparently really like using is rolling 3 Cecils, that way 2 of them like do heavy damage with darkness and then 1 uses Valiant Blow, and you're just basically juggling the thing the whole time. So yeah, I can see where that comes from, and Cecil does work really great. I've rolled Krile into Cecils, I've rolled Cecil into Kriles, I think my best score that I've gotten was Krile Priestess. Like, you can bring him, please, by all means. He's really great. Yeah, no, poor Yuffie, even with synergy. It's doubly sad because I did try to pull, honestly, for Krile. Didn't get her 35. I've been having really bad luck with that lately. Only got one copy of her 15. I got like enough of Yuffie's 5-star to break it twice over. Like, stop. I don't want it. I don't need it anymore. Just stop. Please, give me Krauls instead. Can I have another 35 someday? That'd be nice. But enough rambling about it. Let's just see if we can make this work. Let's just roll guest. I have some bells, but I don't feel like using them. I don't feel like it. Alright, a Cecil. And a Squall. Alright, that can work. As long as this Cecil plays nice, you might drop the party. No? Okay, he's gonna play nice. What happens a lot is if you join a group with the Cecil, a lot of times they'll just drop it immediately if you're not also Cecil. I'm like, that's no fun. That's no fun. Don't do that. That's kind of rude, alright? So let's do Ray of Hope. Ray of Hope, it gives everyone a little bit of bravery, because she is a character from 5, both of her abilities had mastery, which is pretty nice. It gives everyone a bit of bravery, and it... How do I describe it? It doesn't raise attack. I mean, it raises her attack for a few turns, but that's just for her. It gives everyone... How to word it is worded differently. If someone has a super effective attack, it makes that attack hit even harder. Does that make sense? Like, if Cecil used Darkness, it'd do even more damage than it would have done normally. If that makes sense. Just gonna do Cecil. Alright, just leave me to try and chip at this thing. Yeah, and that Thunder is just a straight Thunder magic attack. Oh, well. See, this is the kind of situation you really don't want to get stuck in. Someone's gonna take a big hit next turn. No, it's gonna be Squall. Not Squall. Yep. 3 braver hits and damage. Oof. Yeah, that hurts. Alright, Valiant Blow. Yeah, that's why I said you have to be so careful about not getting broken. Because broken could very well mean you die. Yeah. Alright, your turn again. Let's get this summon off. You want to use quick summons for this one? It really actually hurts when people don't use the quick summons for this one if you use Ifrit or something. They take way too long. This thing builds up way too much bravery. You really just... You don't want to drag this one out, because this one especially, the longer you drag it out, the harder it gets. You can do it, Squall. I believe in you. Alright. I should save those last 2 Thunders. You don't want to blow all your abilities right away, just if you're playing anyone. And that goes for any raid. I've been kind of a little too free with my Thunders here. I want to hold on to those. HP, HP. There we go. Yeah, let's refresh Ray of Hope. And there's the mastery on that. Cool. It's really fun if you have 2 Kryles, because you can just spam that and everyone does a ton of damage always. Let's do a bravery attack. HP. Let's do bravery. Debuffs. Summon, please. Thank you. There's always that really scary moment of, oh, are they gonna notice? Valiant Blow is kind of nice too because it lets you attack without taking the bravery poison if you are poisoned like I am. Attacking me again next turn. Leave me alone. You're just Ray of Hope. Spam, spam, spam. thing's probably gonna use Crunch and break me anyway. Brave, I guess. Yep, exactly. Crunch does a lot of damage. This is why you hold on to your thunders. Ace ball. Do a brave attack because I have no damage because I'm broken. And thunder. Ba-boom. Oh, we're really close. Might do it next turn. Alright, slap slap, that's fine. I can take a slap slap, and that's game. Whew. But yeah, that can get really scary if you get broken over and over again. A lot of times you can't really avoid it with that crunch attack, because it just does so much damage. But if you keep getting broken, it's very hard to keep that down, especially if you're not playing with a really good build. Alright, let's I say we play one more on that. Just for reliable sample size. Let's see if we can have someone. Alright, they might drop, because people don't like playing with 2 Kryles for some reason, even though it's actually not bad to play with 2 Kryles. No? Alright, cool. Awesome, let's go. I had one where we actually played with 3 Kryles and we totally killed it. It was really fun. Alright, Ray of Hope. I'll start building my thunder. I think it always opens with that attack. Do I want to go for the damage or do I want to... No, I'll just go for the damage. He's gonna use a bravery attack anyway. It already has that much bravery, there's not much point in O. That's a good idea. Yeah, that thing just had so much bravery stocked up anyway, it wouldn't have made much of a difference getting broken or not in that case. That's up to me to use thunder. Oh, Cecil's about to get broken. That's a break, and that's... Yep, this is what I'm talking about. And that Cecil is lucky because he had basically Pokemon Sturdy going for him. But if you are not a Cecil with that ability, then that's how you go down a party member. So if that thing attacks him again, even if... what do I want to do? Okay, if that thing goes to attack him again, it's gonna kill him. Sorry, it's getting too late. My thoughts are not very coherent anymore. I had a mini heart attack over that. I don't want to use another thunder. Use a brain attack. Yeah, I guess as a rule of thumb, just always go in using the quick summons. Like, unless it's very, very clear that you're going to be there a while, because these raids really reward you for finishing them quickly. I haven't had to use Ray of Hope once. I feel kind of bad, but I shouldn't really double dip it. But yeah, these raids reward you and expect you to finish them fast, so a lot of times it doesn't really work using a longer summon like Ifrit or Shiva or someone. I'm gonna give myself the attack boost. Who's it going? I was going for the other Krile next, okay. I haven't actually been paying attention. We've been in Summon Land for a while. Alright, that attack, that Noxious Saliva attack, it gives itself a lot of bravery, but it doesn't break you. Alright, there, good. It's just a little hard to predict when it's going to use that. Yeah, it's still going for you. Yeah, that's probably the best thing. And ow. That's a break. No! Ooh! 0! Ooh! Almost a break, alright. Can I break it? Yes. We're so close. Slap. Okay, can you use that attack more often? Because that is much better than any of your other nasty attacks. Alright, there we go. Good game. Alright, so I almost had a scare there with that Cecil, but my gosh, I don't know what ability he has on him, but I'm glad he does. It might come from his... Does that come from his 35? I don't know. I don't have his 35, so I can't say what ability that gives him. So, yes, that is Krile's raid. It's a raid. It's not the worst raid, it's not the easiest raid, but definitely doable. I mean, I'm personally using Krile, so I would recommend her. If you have stuff for Cecil, that's really great. I know I personally don't like using him because I'm just not the biggest fan of a risk-reward playstyle. But a lot of people do use him. He's in a lot of metas. So especially for this one, he works pretty great. So if you have him, go wild. He's a pretty early story character and his 35 is available right now. So this is the best time to pull for him. Again, I'd really pass up Yuffie. She really slows the whole thing down and just can't really keep up with the damage she needs to do, like the bravery damage. But by all means, bring Prish if you have Prish. Bring Tidus. Bring Squall. I mean, you saw Squall works fine. I haven't seen anyone use him. Someone try Vincent. Let me know how he plays because he has a fire and a thunder attack that are both very, very good and are both nasty debuffs. Speaking of debuffs, Seymour, also super broken. I guess he's just always broken everywhere, so if you got something for him during his event, you can use him by all means. But yeah, if anyone ever tries Vincent, let me know, because I'm telling you, if I were not playing Krile, that's who I'd be playing right now. Or at least trying. And Vincent, yeah, Vincent's also a story character, and basically quick summons and try not to get broken. Just don't. This thing does way too much damage for you to afford to get broken. So hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you, I guess, for the next event. I guess that's what we're doing now. The next two events are going to be Snow and Cater, I think is how you say her name, from Type 0. Because apparently Chapter 8 is never coming. which means chapter 9 is never coming, which has the next character I'm actually going to try for, which is Irvine, but it's never gonna happen. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you fairly soon-ish, question mark, for whenever they add snow. I'm not sure when that's going to be. So, good luck with Krile's raid. It's not that bad. It's not as easy as soybeans, but it's doable. And have fun and get your items.